Hey guys, what is up? RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? I hope you're all doing really well and having a really great day. In this video, I'm going to be playing around and going to put through the paces this Sapphire RX 580 limited edition card, or special edition, not sure if it's limited or special edition. It basically has a different color from the regular Sapphire Nitros. Okay, so yeah, this is like the Sapphire Nitro edition, and I recently just bought this along with my RX 470 8GB cards from the same Discord member, so thank you, Bastion, for selling me these cards. I really appreciate you. So yeah, he sent me this card, and I'm gonna be running this card through its paces. I kind of want to know, what kind of hash rates we can get off this RX 580. People have told me, you can get 32, 33 mega hash on a Sapphire Nitro, but the power consumption can be a little bit higher. But we're gonna test that out. Of course, I have my test bench there. I'm just installing Windows on it right now. So we will see, how much hash rate we can get. I'm gonna be using more power tool, and we're gonna figure out different overclocks and that kind of stuff in this video. I just want to see, what I can get on this card. And I'm probably going to be adding this card to this rig later on, so we'll see if it's going to be good or not. I'm sure it'll be good. And let me know down below if you guys have this specific RX 580, the special edition or limited edition RX 580 8GB card. Let me know down below what you can achieve in terms of mega hash and power consumption. Okay, so those are the two metrics that I kind of want to know with this card. And I know this is like a 3 or 4 year old card now. Actually, I'm not really sure when this came out, but it's definitely been a couple years now for this generation Polaris card. So I'm gonna get my Windows installation done, and I will see you guys on the test bench, alright? I know you guys are probably saying, Red Panda, why are you using Windows? To be honest, I'm just used to Windows, and I like doing the overclock and figuring out numbers, and it just seems faster to me compared to Linux. Always have to see and wait for the thing to go. I don't know, I feel like using Windows for me, it's just more like it shows it right away with the window and stuff. I know Linux can be faster in some way, but I'm just used to Windows, okay? So let's go. So I'll see you guys on the computer. What? The lights are green. They look green. Isn't it supposed to be blue? It probably changed color over time. Let me know down below if you guys have seen this before. I think I've seen rig pictures of this where the Sapphire limited editions or special editions change color because of the mining or because of the heat. That's pretty funny. Okay, as you guys can see, I have the nice Sapphire Nitro special edition all plugged in. You guys can see my idle wattage or power consumption right now is like hovering around 40 to 30 watts. It actually fluctuates quite a bit. I think it's because I have a lot of different windows open, like as well as Chrome tabs. I'm not sure if each of these Chrome tabs take, a little bit of power consumption, but you guys can see I have downloaded the latest AMD driver, this one right here, 20.4.2. And as well, I downloaded a few more things like more power tool. I actually realized that this is only for the Navi cards on the Radeon 7, but stay tuned. I do have a Red Dragon 5700. You guys may have saw that in the beginning of the video. I will have another video just doing an unboxing and then getting the hash rates from it, and we're going to do some BIOS modding and all that kind of stuff along with the more power tool. Okay, so we'll figure out some numbers later on in another video. Then I realized I have to download Overdrive N tool. I think this is one of my favorite tools to overclock in RX 580. Okay, so you guys can see here, I can put the P7, I can change the P7 states as well as the P2 states for the memory and change the fan, all that kind of stuff, and you can save the profiles. So I'll have this all linked down below in case you guys want to download this as well if you are using Windows. Okay, I know some of you Linux guys are like yelling at your screen right now, Red Panda, use Linux. And as well, I downloaded Phoenix Miner. I'm just going to quickly try out the -MT, which is the VRAM timings under Windows only for AMD. I haven't really played around with the memory timings for Phoenix Miner, so I thought I would go ahead and try this out. They have an MT1 and an MT2 for faster timing, so we're going to give this a try as well. And then, of course, I've downloaded good old Claymore Miner version 15, and it supports the good old straps optimized memory timings on the fly for Windows without flashing the VBIOS. Okay, so it supports Polaris, Vega, NVIDIA 10 series cards only. Okay, and about a 20% speed up they claim. So we will see, what kind of hash rates we get. As well, I was going to download NB Miner, but I realized the memory timings will only work for NVIDIA GDDR5 or GDDR5X GPUs, so that's not going to work on this RX 580. But if you guys have NVIDIA cards, give this a try. They also have a --MT or --memory tweak option here. I'll link down below if you guys want to see that. Okay, so I'm just going to get a base, hash rate number here on the stock clocks, and you guys will see, my numbers here. I'll just keep it down below in this window. And, first thing I want to try is Phoenix Miner. So I've already have the --MT2, so that's for apparently the faster memory timings. And I have GT100 here just so it figures out the hash rate right away. Okay, so let's get it started. Actually, one thing I forgot to mention is this Sapphire Nitro has micron memory. All right, so that's something really cool to note as well. Okay, so it's building the DAG, Phoenix Miner. This is stock clocks, okay? These are just stock numbers that we are getting. So 27.6, 27.8. Okay, it looks like we found a share already. Power consumption is, I think, almost 201, 202 watts at the wall. So give or take, minus out another 40 watts for the system total. And I'm guessing the GPU right now is taking about 160 watts at these millivolt numbers here, okay? All right, so you know what? I'm going to write these numbers down. Now, let's close that. And now I want to do a overclock and undervolt, okay? So I have already a pre-configured profile here. I'm just going to hit load, and we're going to bring it down to 1175 core, 810 millivolts, 2200 memory, and 825 millivolts for that. And I have the fan speed set at 60. We're going to hit apply. Now we're going to start the Phoenix Miner and see. And I forgot to mention, these clocks here, you can put in whatever you want as long as you don't try to burn the card. You just have to play around with these millivolts and numbers here and see if your card will crash or freeze. And if it freezes, you may have to bump up the power here. I always do like 5 increments of 5 or 10 increments in terms of millivolts, okay? And as well as the megahertz, the memory and GPU megahertz. You may have to play around with it. I know that, RX 580s or all GPUs in general, Silicon Lottery, they're all different. So nobody is ever going to have the same overclock numbers. It just depends, the efficiency and the hash rate that you can get on your card. Okay, so you guys can see here on Phoenix Miner using the -MT2, we're getting now 29.7, looks like 29.7 mega hash on a little bit better undervolt and overclock here. But you can see the power consumption is about 140 watts at the wall. So I'm thinking this GPU right now is taking about, I think, 100 watts. I think that's pretty good. 100 watts at 29 mega hash, not too bad. I think we can get a lot more in Claymore Miner. So let's try that. Let's actually just try the stock numbers for this RX 580 in Claymore Miner with the good old RX Boost 30 and Dash-Strap 1. Creating the DAG, updating memory timings. Please wait a few seconds, it says, and updating memory timings finished. All right. Okay, so stock numbers, nothing undervolted, no overclock. We are getting... All right, so I'm going to do 30.3 mega hash at stock. That's actually pretty good. Using Dash-Strap 1, as this one has micron memory, I think that's actually pretty awesome. Power consumption is 216 watts. Okay, so I think pretty similar to the Phoenix Miner, minus, probably a good 170, 160 watts at the wall for the GPU. That's pretty cool. All right, let's try the same overclock numbers we did on Phoenix Miner now and the same undervolt. Hit apply, load the profile, and let's see what we get. So you guys can see, looks like with these overclock numbers and a little bit of undervolt, we are now getting 32.2 mega hash, 32.25 mega hash. And at the wall, we're using about 158, 157 watts. Minus 30 or 40 watts, we should be using then, I think the card will be using 110, 120 watts. So I feel like that is a little bit more. So let's put that in, 132.2 mega hash at about 110 to 120 watts. So funny thing to note here is that Phoenix Miner is using a little bit less power consumption. Actually, since I restarted the computer, I'm going to give that a try. I'm going to close this and open Phoenix Miner now. Okay, yeah, so Phoenix Miner is using about 10 or 20 watts less. The same undervolt and overclock settings here that we have that I used in Claymore Miner. So yeah, actually pretty big difference, but obviously the mega hash number is much different than the Claymore one here. Okay, so we're getting 29.9, 29.7, and then I'm gonna change this to 0.9 with the same overclocks. Okay, and then Claymore we're getting 32.2. So that's actually pretty interesting to see. All right, guys. So that is a great test. Okay. To end off this video, I really like the numbers that I'm getting. I think this is pretty typical for RX 580. I think most of you guys know that. But I want to end off with a cool, see how much mega hash we can get with this card. And I have some numbers I preliminary did already. Okay, so I basically kept the stock core and millivolts, and I upped the memory to 2340. That is actually a lot. I do not recommend anybody to do that, as it's going to be pretty hot, or it might damage the card. But this is just for content's sake, and hopefully this will work. Theoretically, I think we should get pretty high numbers here. Yeah, 35. There we go. 35 mega hash, 34.9 mega hash. Power consumption is 234 watts at the wall for the total system, so minus 40 watts give or take. And this card I think is pumping out 190 watts at 35.2 mega hash. Wow, that is actually insane. I'm gonna put these numbers in, actually pretty funny. 1340, 1150 MV, 23040, and 970 MV. We're getting 35.2 mega hash at 190 watts. Yeah. Wow. That is a lot. That is actually a lot. It says 143 in the software, but add on another 40 or 50 watts to that, and I think that's the number that we're getting here. Maybe 180 watts at the wall. Anyways, my friends, thanks for watching. Please let me know what you think about this GPU, and if these numbers could be a lot better or more efficient, please let me know down below. And if you have any other testings you guys want me to do, feel free to ask me down below, and I will definitely make another video on this card. I think this is a great card. I do like this card as well as the Red Devil 580s. Those are probably one of my favorite ones, especially with the Samsung memory. But I think this one's pretty comparable too with the Micron memory on this Sapphire Nitro Special Edition. Okay, so thank you, my friends. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, and peace out.